This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to vividtrainings.com. So, in this yesterday's session, we are discussing about what is the stored procedure, right? So, what is the syntax and how to write some basic things we have discussed. So, today, let us understand some of the examples. Okay, some more examples in by using a stored procedure. So, let us understand. Okay.
Actually, sorry, sir. Sorry to interfere.
Yes. 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 Please.
Yeah. So that schema thing, because I actually in interview they asked me that.
Okay, okay. I will discuss that after these examples.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So, um, what we are discussing? Yeah. So today we are going to understand some of the examples by using stored procedure. So the basic, okay, very simple query or stored procedure how we can create. So let us discuss. So the requirement here is here. So the requirement is get my bank statement. Okay, so someone is asking, your manager or some other person, okay, they are asking your so they are asking you to get the bank statement. So how the bank statement will get, how it is going to be getting? So you are going to logging into net banking, so you are going to give some what we are going to select for downloading the bank statement, right? So when you go to that page, so what it will ask? So first thing, for example, let's take, okay, forget about the net banking. For example, if you went to the bank, okay, you spoke with manager that, sir, I need a bank statement of 1 year. Okay, so 1 year of bank statement I need to get. So how it is going to be getting? So what they require? So they required your account number, right? They required your account number. So first of all, how the code we need to generate means, first, if you are providing your account number, so what the people will do, they will check whether your account number is available in their database or not. Okay, checking whether account number exists or not. So that is going to do first. Okay, here this is nothing but the validation. Okay, you are telling, you are giving your account number to the manager. So the next thing, what the manager will ask? So what the manager will ask? So he will ask, so from which period you require the bank statement? So you are asking for 1 year. So 1 year means from January to December, or else from April to 1st April, like that. Which year or which month you required? So he is asking. So we need to pass something, right? We need to pass something. So the start date we need to give, and the end date we need to give. If we provide those start and end date only, so you are going to be getting your bank statement. Am I correct or wrong? Okay, so for example, if you went and you have login to the uh, what net banking. So once you logged into your account, so when you are downloading the bank statement, so it will ask you to select the account first. So when you select your account, the next step is, it is going to ask you from date range, right? From which date to which date you required the data. Okay, the, I mean the transactions data. Bank statement means what you will get? Bank statement means you are going to be getting whatever the data, like whatever the transactions you have done, so those transactions list you are going to be getting in that statement. So you can select the date range, and if you click on confirm, or if you click on something, so you are going to be get downloading your bank statement. That is the process. So to do all these things, so how you are downloading the bank statement? So the back end, whatever the code they have written in the net banking, okay, so like you need to write that code. So how to write that code means very simple. Create proc name, let's say usp underscore, user stored procedure underscore get my bank statement, something else. Okay, so I am going to pass some input parameters. What are the input parameters? First thing, you need to know the account number, right? So let me take ACID integer. And one more thing also we require, that is start date. Okay, that is start date. So from when to when, right? End date. So from when to when you require the transactions list of your okay account. So these are the parameters, input parameters I have given. So as begin, okay, as begin. So first step one is what we need to do. The first step is we need to do some kind of validation. Okay, some kind of validation we need to do. What kind of validation? So like check the account number exists or not. So this kind of validation we are going to be doing, right? So how to check whether the particular given account number is valid or not? How means? So you can write if exists like this. If exists, what exists? Select star from account master table. Haven't chosen. One second. Indian Bank. So see here. See here. Account master table where ACID is equals to at the rate ACID. This is what you are going to be writing, right? So these are the input parameters. So you are going to choose your account number and you are going to choose the start date and end date to download your bank statement, right? So whatever the account number you are choosing, that account number will come here and it will check whether that particular account number exists in our database or not. It is going to do the validation. This is the validation. Okay, if exists. So if exists, we have discussed about if statement, right? If exist function, right? Exist function we have discussed, right, while discussing subqueries. So what exist function will do, it will, okay, it will look about at least one matched row, right? If it is matched row, then it is true. If it is true, then we can execute something begin and end. Okay, this end is for main begin and this end is for this begin. Okay, so I can do, if this is true, that means the account number is available, then we can do such transaction, right? I mean, you can, okay, if your account number is true, then only you can select your start date and you can end it. Okay, if your account number is false, it will not select your start date, it will not select your end date. It will be showing as a gray out. Okay, so here, see, now select star from account master. If this particular account number exists, then we need to do something. So what is the second validation means? So one more very important, what is the second validation means? Start date is lesser than end date. Okay, so remember this, start date must be lesser than end date. Okay, start date value, whatever the value you are passing, okay, whatever the start date you are selecting, that is lesser than the end date. Okay, for example, how it look like means, so let's select this Yeah, let's say this is account number. Okay, account number, you can pass your account number here. And let's say this is the, okay, date range, you can say. So date range means it will show you two boxes, right? When you select, there would be a drop down over here. There would be a drop down over here. So when you click on this, it will ask you to select the start date. Okay, start date. And it will ask you to give the end date. So whatever the range you have given of these dates, that data, okay, that statement you are going to down, right? So that is the thing it is going to happen. Okay, so the start date value whatever you are passing, okay, that value you need to pass lesser than this. Okay, start date must be lesser than end date. That means if you give 2021 January to 2021 December, or else what you can say, yeah, 2021 December, so 31st. So you cannot give this start date as a 2021 December 31st, and end date is 2021 January. You cannot give like that. So start date is start date, end date is end date. So if some people, if someone is going to provide like that, it has to show some kind of error. Okay, so how can we write the programming? Start date must be lesser than end date. So already we have took whatever the date, the, so I am going to be writing if condition. Everybody remember this if condition, if statement, right? If at the rate start date is less than at the rate end date, I mean start date should less than end date. If this is true, then do begin and end. So what I can do, so I will go and get select star from transaction master table. Transactions are available in transaction master table, where ACID is equals to at the rate ACID, whatever the ACID you are passing. And okay, and what, date of transaction between, I told you the between operator we have, between at the rate start date and at the rate end date. Okay, so whatever the start date and end date you will provide, it will take that start date in between these two dates, whatever the transaction has done by this particular account number. So that transactions you are going to be getting the in the output, if this condition is true only. If this condition fails, okay, if this condition is going to fail, what will happen? So end, okay, begin and end. So if this is true, then you can execute this part. If that is false, else, right, else you can write one condition here, begin and end. What you can write is, you can print some kind of message. So what message? Start date must be lesser than end date. Please, okay, check your date. Okay, so this is the message it has to show. Clear? So this complete begin and end if block is completed, the main if block is done, right? If this is exist, if account number is available in our database, then only you can start the, okay, transaction. You can do the download, you can give the end date and start date, and you can download your bank statement. If this is not available, the account number is not available in our database, if this is not, okay, this is false, if this is false, then don't execute this one. You can directly come out. So you can write else, that is if, and this is else. compulsory if and else statement. So you need to write if and else. So if you write only if means it will not possible. Okay, so this is end. So if it is true, it will execute this. If it is false, so else, again begin and end, I will write print your account number, account id is invalid. Okay, please check your account number. Okay, and re-enter valid account id, something like this. Okay, okay, so
So, sir,
yeah,
it's just a small doubt, if you
yeah,
don't mind.
yeah,
It's Ashish.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So if starting date will be obviously less than the end date, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously, but
So
for example, maybe we like now we have a feature like if you select the start date, you can get more like previous years, and if you go
okay,
and
okay,
select for end date, it will go and give uh, like all years, right? So that is why if somebody is going to select the wrong dates, it has to show that message.
okay,
Okay, that
okay.
is
So it's just that.
this is
I'm sorry. So is it like that? Just year or well as months and dates or that?
so that like we are going to pass the date value, right? So that is
Yeah. Okay.
you
Yeah.
can give you can get the months or you can get the years, whatever
Okay.
you
Okay.
want.
Sure. Sure.
Okay,
Thank
okay. So this is the begin and end. Where is one more end? One second. If exists, okay, I am here, right? Now I got it. So this is the thing we are going to write the procedure. Clear, everyone? So the very important, very simple, okay, keep in your mind. So if any requirement you are getting means, you need to think in a way like what client require. Okay, so for example, if someone is like, take this example itself, get bank statement. So if someone is asking to get the bank statement, for example, someone is asking you to get the your bank statement. So how the process is, the first time you don't know how the process is, you are going to the bank and getting your required documents, right? So to get the required documents, whatever the minimum requirements, whatever the things they are going to ask you, they will ask you the account number, right? They will ask you the account number. So what is the account number? So you need to provide. So that is input from your end. The out the some kind of information is going to provide, right? So that is input. So first you need to think about, so what are the inputs you required, so that you can decide and you can work on it. Here also we have done the same thing. So for to get a bank statement, we required account number, we required from which date to which date you want to download your bank statement. So these are the things we need to provide to get our bank statement. So okay, this is the thing. So when you are writing the code, how you need to represent the code means, first thing, if you directly go and uh, write this query, it will give you the output. Okay, it will give you the output, it will get the output, the correct output it will get. But the thing here, So if someone is passing the wrong account number, then it will show you no data. Okay, it will show you no data. But if you write the stored procedure, if you do some kind of validations, it will show, it will display the thing. For example, you went to the bank, sorry, you went to the ATM, you have inserted your card, you have done some kind of transaction, you have entered your pin and amount. Okay, when you click on proceed, what it will do, it will show you the transaction is processing. If you have written, or if you have entered the wrong pin, then what it will show, the password is incorrect. Here also, if you have entered your account number wrong, then it has to show the message called your account number is invalid, like that. So that is what we have written here. Okay, if you write only this simple query, it will give you an answer. If someone is going to give, if you someone is providing some wrong credentials, then it has to show some kind of message. In ATM also we can see those kind of messages, right? Okay, so that is the thing you need to know to write the stored procedures. So stored procedures are like, you can have anything whatever you require. Okay, to get the clear information, to show the clear information about the product or about something, so you need to use the stored procedures. So it will have, it can have the capability of doing all the tasks whatever the things you have provided in the stored procedure. Okay, the simple thing is what we need to provide, what we required, so how we can do. Okay, so what are the steps, you need to write the steps first. So this is the first step we will do. Okay, it will work, it is the good point. Okay, so the second step is this, so we can write like this. So the complete thing is programming, guys. Stored procedure is nothing but programming. Every time you will create or you will declare some variables, you can use those variables from one place to another place, you are going to be getting, that is the thing. Okay, so so I'm going to create this procedure now, execute. While creating first time, it will check whether any, okay, syntax issues available in this code. So now the code is available in the RAM. So now I need to call stored procedure if I required. So execute the stored procedure name, and the input parameters you need to provide. So input parameters, I can give the number 10015, comma, okay. Start date. What is the start date? What is the end date? So for example, let me give start date 2020 0101, comma, end date. Let's give 2022, okay, 0101. Okay, now let me execute this. Now I got so many transactions. See this, you can check this, 2020 February 15. So February 15, so we are asking in between January 1st 2022, January 1st 2022. Okay, 2 years of data. So 2 years, whoever did the transaction, who, not whoever, this particular guy, who is this guy, what is the name of the guy. So to get the name of the guy in the output, you can do join for this table. If you join, you will get the, okay, required columns from this table, and whatever the join table you will do, from that also you are going to be getting the data. Okay, these many transactions they have joined, I mean they have done. So for example, if I write one, this is the account number. So when I execute this, it will print, it will show you your account number is invalid. please check your account number and re-enter valid account number. So that is some blah 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 message. Whatever the message we have written, that message it will show you. Okay, not this one. This is the execution time and everything it will show you. Okay, this is the message it will show. Clear? So for example, if I take wrong dates 2022 and 2020, if I do like this, so when I execute it, it will show you start date must be less than end date. Please check your date. So this is some kind of message it will show. If the account number is true, if the account number is true, then it will come and do start date and end date verification validation. So if this validation is also true, then it will print the it will select the required information what you want. So in the net banking, okay, in the net banking, this is the net banking site web page, okay, something like that. So here it will show you the submit button. Okay, submit button. So the back end of this submit button, we are going to be writing this code, simple code. This is a code. How they will write means like this. Uh, like question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Question mark is nothing but this is a website. Okay, I have logged in my net banking, so I will choose my account number. Okay, so when I click a drop down, I will choose my account number. I will get my account number here. I will select the date ranges also. Okay, so whatever the account number I am selecting, that will go to this first place. Second thing, whatever we are selecting, that will go to this second place. Third, whatever we are giving, that will goes to this place. So that means it is not like first, second, third. We are going to provide some kind of numbering system. Okay, this will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So here in the back end, if you are giving this as a 0, giving this as a 0, it will take that. If you are giving this 1, it will take this. If you are giving this 2, it will take this. Okay, so only this code, I mean only this line will keep at the back end of this submit button. So when you click on this submit, so that means this is going to be executed. So when it is going to be executed, this is the statement you got. This statement you can get in the PDF or whatever the format you require. Okay, so this is the thing you are going to be understanding. Okay, in the banking sector, how the coding is going to happen means like this. Okay, so that is what. So they will encrypt the code. Okay, they will encrypt this code also. Something like we need to mention some kind of scenarios, some kind of logics. Okay, so this is the okay thing you need to understand. Very simple logic, right? Very simple, right? How to get the blank statement and everything is very simple, right? Just you need to understand how it is going to be working. That is the very important thing. Okay, so yeah, so any questions from this programming? Anybody have any kind of questions? Sorry guys. Okay, so this is what the thing we have for stored procedure. So we have one more example to discuss, so that is how to transfer funds from one account to another account. Okay, so that we'll discuss tomorrow. So let us concentrate on some of the things we have in views, we have discussed about limitations, where it is, yeah, options, schema binding. So this I didn't find the example, uh, like schema binding is like, okay, I'll let you know this schema binding, okay, tomorrow when this class starts. So we have discussed about the encryption also, right? So we need to understand about the check option. So what a check option will do, let's see. So with the check option, satisfied rows by where class cannot be modified using view. So if you are mentioning with the check option in a view, then what happens? Okay, so you need to mention with the check option in the view, so that it will not update the data which is uh, like you can see, the satisfied rows by where class cannot be modified using view. Like for example, I have written one query. To that query I have what I have mentioned the where clause. I am doing some kind of filter, brid is equal to br1. Okay, so if you have mentioned the with check option, the next minute if you try to execute, okay, if you try to update the data, so into that view, for example, brid is equal to br2 for particular blah 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 employee, so it will not update the data, it will not allow you update the data. So satisfied rows by where class cannot be modified using a view. Okay, so for example, satisfied rows by where clause, satisfied rows means, for example, there is a table. So let me take one table, let me explain here itself. uh, okay, so let me use company go. I'm going to create a table, create table called employee. So employee ID, it is an integer, and employee name, varchar 30 or 40, and city, let's say city, let's say varchar, okay, 20. Already object employee. So these are the three columns I am going to be using. So this is the table. Let me insert some data. Values. The values are, let's say, 101 Ram. Okay, Hyderabad. Okay, and insert some more rows for our understanding purpose. 3, 4. Let's say Charan is from Chennai, Bangalore. Okay, Anu, Kiran, from Pune. Okay, something like this. I'm inserting the data. Now let me read the data from this table. Select star from this table. So this is the table, this is the data. So for example, I'm going to be creating a view. Create a view with check option. Okay, so create view pw underscore uh, get Chennai PMPs, Chennai employees. Okay, sorry, as begin and end. Okay, or else you can write as go. We can write like this: select star from employee table where uh, city is equals to, okay, where city is equals to Chennai. Okay, so this is go I am going to be creating. Yes, I have created. This is the view. Sorry, drop alter, but I don't want. So with the check option you need to write like this: with check option. Okay, with the check option you need to write like this. If you write, now try to create this view. So select star from, this is the view. Now execute this, you will get Charan. Okay, if I am going to update the data, okay, update the view. So like what I am going to be doing, or else let me update the table also, no problem. You do to table, no issues. Okay, now see here, I am going to update set city is equals to Delhi where employee id is equals to, who is that one, 102. Okay, so now try to execute this. How it was done. Data is not there. Why data is not there? Oh, we haven't created yet, right? Shit, we need to create the table, I mean check first, right? So it was a Delhi, so did I created that table? Why there is a no data? Check option. Why? Now it is not there. Let me check with the Delhi. Do we have data? Yes, we have. When I execute this, why I'm not getting the data? Let me create this view. Already view is available with the check option. Alter table. Let me check the PPT. Yeah, with check option, this is fine, right? Okay, we are not updating the view. View or table, both are same, right? So, okay, I have done. Now read the data. We have the data. Now try to update the employee table. Will it work? Oh, Delhi again. I have written Delhi. 1 second. Let me take the view name. Let me take to Chennai again. The attempted insert update failed. The target view either specified with check option or spans a view that specifies with check option. So some blah 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 error it is showing regarding the check option. So I have what I have done. So I have selected the Delhi. So you have the data of Delhi. Okay, the account number, sorry, employee number is 102. So if you try to update this 102 Delhi data to Chennai, it will not update you. So check option, what it will do? Sorry, check option. So check option, what it will do means it satisfied rows by where clause cannot be modified using view. Okay, so satisfied rows means this is the row satisfied, right? This is the row satisfied. So to this row I don't want to update any kind of data, so that you can put the check option here in the code. So when you put check option in the code, so satisfied row, this is the satisfied row. So the employee id, where is the employee id is 102. If I want to update the city name, the satisfied row, if I want to update means it will not update. Okay, it will not update. Okay, this is the thing you need to understand about the with the check option. So this schema binding also, there is one example, but I don't know why it is not working me in my kind. Okay, so let me check once again. Create view vw underscore usp, sorry, you not vw underscore what schema bind. Okay, as go. So what I'm doing here, so I need to provide a dbo dot. Okay, so you need to provide complete thing in dbo dot. Dbo dot the employee table. Okay, where employee id is equals to 102, something like this. With schema binding. Okay, you need to write like this. Now execute it. Star will not allow. Yes, correct. Employee id, name, city. Yes, completed. So select star from this view. You can view the data of this. So schema binding is nothing but, so it the schema of base table or view cannot be modified or deleted. That means schema of the base table. So what is the schema of the base table here? The schema of the base table. Base table is nothing but this. What is the schema here? DBO. So schema of the base table or view. Schema of the view cannot be modified or deleted. Okay. So they are asking it, you cannot modify or you cannot delete. So why? How? Um, that means you cannot modify or you cannot delete. Means for example, drop table uh, employee cannot drop because it is referenced by view schema by. Mm, so if you want to drop this table, it will show you this table is referenced by this view. So why? Because on this table itself, okay, on this table itself we have created view. So you can drop the view first, later you can drop the table. That is possible, but first table you cannot drop. That is not possible. With the schema binding, that means, so whatever the thing you want to delete or modify for this table without using a schema, it will show some kind of error. So that is what exactly uh, try to explain you guys. But the example I'm not finding here. What example did they provided? Any example? Let's see. Schema binding. Uh, select drop base table. So drop table employee, this employee table. So it will show the error. Yes, it will show. Obviously it will show. So okay, the same thing whatever I am explaining here, they have given the same thing in PPT also. Cannot drop. Why? Because it is referenced already. This is okay, this table is binded with this. So let me do one more thing. Create view dbo. Okay, not dbo, something else. bw underscore schema. Without a schema binding, let me uh, run something. Okay, so now drop table. Array. One second, guys. Let me here emp. Okay, okay. So this is the thing I'm going to be executing. Okay, let me drop this table. So when I drop this table, it was dropped. Oh, okay, okay. Fine, fine. So the table is going to drop if I don't mention with schema binding. So because of that schema binding only, we cannot drop our table actually. Oh my God, what happening? See. So invalid object name employee. So we have dropped this table. Okay. So we have dropped this table just now. Okay. So for example, if you have mentioned DBO, you have mentioned the schema for this table. So that is why you are unable to drop the table. Okay, so here what I have done, I have created with sample view includes one table employee. So when I, after creating a view, when I try to drop the employee table, it has dropped. When you read the data from this view, it won't show anything. It will show an error called the object is deleted. But so if you write dbo dot some table name, when you try to drop the base table, or when you try to drop the, okay, this particular view name, it will show, or modify the view name, it will show an error. That is what the schema binding. You got my point? Did you got my point? uh Somebody, no one is available. Okay, this is what the schema binding is. Check option we have seen, right? Check option. So this is what the check option. Okay, So this is about today's session, guys. If you have any questions, you are welcome. Thank you.